So this is for my creative project. This is the first video in the series. So what I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of research into medieval sewing techniques and clothing, so like what they would wear and stuff, what it was made out of. So I found a few tutorials. I've been looking, obviously there are no manuscripts or anything like that. I tried looking and there's like nothing surviving from that time period, which I'm not really surprised because there's like barely stuff from a few hundred years ago. So anyway, so my plan for the rest of like this series for my creative project is the first thing I'm going to be doing is I am going to be attempting to follow a tutorial for sewing a medieval buttonhole. So that's the first thing. So the tutorials I found are based on the surviving garments. There's not very many left, of course, but all of the tutorials I've found seem to say about the same thing, and I've been like checking their sources and they seem all right. So that's going to be the first thing that I'm going to be doing, just because it's the smallest part of the project. The second thing I'm going to be doing is hopefully completing a surcoat. I think I'm saying it correctly. I'm not 100% sure. So it's like a thing that you wear over top of your clothes. I can maybe put a picture in here. I don't know. We'll see how this editing thing goes. So most of what people wore back in the day were made out of wool, and I've been doing some research and I found that in certain areas they wore cotton, which wasn't like super common, but I'm just gonna go with it. It's been like really debated as to whether or not people actually wore it. So I've been planning this project for a while, and before this whole pandemic hit, pandemic, there we go. Before this pandemic hit, I had gone to Goodwill and I bought some old curtains for like $3 each. So I am going to be trying to make it out of this lovely material. The color is definitely not historically accurate. The material is debated, but I'm just gonna go with yes it is because I couldn't find anything made out of wool and this is 100% cotton. So that's what the surcoat is gonna be made out of. I'm thinking about making the buttonhole out of this lovely shiny fabric. I have no idea what it's made out of. I had tried making a sample like doll-sized dress with it and it just completely frayed. I do have a lighter, so I might try burning the edges a little bit, like melting them, just to see if that can help with it. But there's like no tag on here saying what it's actually made out of. So this fabric isn't going to be historically accurate, but hopefully the techniques that I'm using will be. And then I also have this fun little flowy fabric. I just bought this because I thought it was really fun. It's like kind of see-through-y. So if I have time, I'm going to try to make like a cloak or a hood or something like that. But I have a feeling that since I am hand sewing everything, that I'm not gonna have time to do that because it's gonna take forever to make the outer garment. I'm not sure if I'm gonna actually make it like full-sized for me, but we'll see. I have a pattern. I emailed it to my dad so that he can print it off and mail it to me. So that's why I'm also starting off with the buttonhole, because I don't have the pattern right now. So yeah, so we'll see. I feel like because I have quite a bit of it. I might have enough to actually make a full-size garment, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, that's about it. I don't want to get like overly ambitious, but we'll see. I have some thread. Maybe I'll dabble in some embroidery. Who knows? We're gonna see how time goes. How ambitious and motivated I'm feeling. The good news is that all of this research that I've been putting into the garments that I'm hopefully gonna be making is gonna be helping me with my final project with my essay, because I was going to examine how the garments in the Green Knight are presented and how they would have actually been historically, and yada yada yada. Haven't spat my brain out onto a page, so like this is the first time I'm saying it out loud, so it probably doesn't make sense. Eventually, hopefully it will. So yeah, that's all I have for this first video. I will see you in the next one.